Hello, Leo, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Leo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So, with all of that being said, Leo, let's get started. How does Leo currently view, this relationship? Ooh, I'm so sorry, Leo, but it kind of looks like you were 2.5 seconds from fully getting over someone, and then boom, they resurface back up here for you. Out of nowhere. Okay, so you do have somebody from your past coming back. I do feel like you're going to find yourself having mixed emotions, about this person's return. I am definitely getting that, but let's look into this person's energy and let's see why this person's back. I think that this is somebody that you more than likely share a very strong and intense soul type connection with. More than likely you do. I think that this person was essentially sensing and feeling you essentially drift further and further away from them, and before you got the chance and or opportunity to officially move forward and move on with your life, that's when they decided to resurface back up here for you. How does this person currently view, here they come, how does this person currently view this relationship? It kind of looks like this person was actually waiting on you, Leo, to resurface back up here for them, but it kind of looks like you never did. Kind of looks like the moment this relationship came to an end, you moved forward and moved on with your life and started focusing on your healing journey and getting over them and what you once upon a time had with them. But it kind of looks like as time went by and they didn't necessarily hear from you, they started to become very worried and very concerned, and they started to kind of find themselves essentially feeling like, maybe you're really, really done with them, like for real this time. So it kind of looks like they're deciding to take action in your direction. Okay, let's jump back over to, let's see how this person feels, shall we? How does this person currently feel? We have the Four of Swords that came out in the reverse. So that's kind of telling me that this person was definitely struggling. This person was definitely struggling when it came down to moving forward and moving on with their life. As concerned, they were definitely struggling with that. I'm also getting that this ending between the two of you, it made this person very angry and very upset to the point where they started to kind of take out their anger and their frustration out on people close to them. People that they essentially live with, maybe their roommate, for perfect example, or family members if they live with family members. If this person lives alone, they just started to kind of take their anger and their frustration out on people close to them, like their friends, family members, things of that nature. It just kind of looks like this person wasn't taking this ending between the two of you so well, from the looks of it. Okay. But how does this person currently feel now? Well, here's the thing. I feel like this person is very worried and concerned that you're just going to turn around and slam the door in their face and want absolutely nothing to do with them. They are very worried and concerned about that. And I get why they would be worried and concerned. I mean, if this person was struggling with moving forward and moving on with their life the moment this dynamic, came to an end between the two of you, I can only imagine how they're going to essentially be if you turn around and slam the door in their face, okay? Because the struggle was freaking real on this person's behalf when it came down to getting over you is concerned. The struggle was totally freaking real. So, I mean, I get why they're worried and concerned. I mean, if they're already taking this ending between the two of you terrible, imagine how they're going to find themselves essentially feeling the moment you decide you don't want anything to do with them. I'm not saying that you're going to decide in the end to not work, to not work things out with this person, but that's a possibility. It's a possibility. So, yeah, I mean, they are very worried and concerned that you're going to turn around and slam the door in their face. Obviously, they're hoping that you don't, but if you do, I just don't feel like this person has a game plan when it comes down to what they're gonna do on their end to essentially get over you. I don't feel like this one over here has a game plan. Okay. Like I said, it looks like you're going to have mixed emotions about it. You know, I feel like you're still angry and upset with this person in regards to like whatever happened here between the two of you that brought the relationship initially to an end. So a part of you is going to be really angry and upset that they're back, and a part of you is going to be, I almost want to say, relieved that this person's back. Yeah, relieved that this person's back. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm just getting a bunch of mixed emotions coming from you. Yeah, I see you angry and upset, and then I see you also relieved that they're back. I also see you extremely happy, you know what I mean, that this person's back. Because at the end of the day, this is somebody that, you know, you still do love and care for deeply. I feel like you definitely found yourself definitely missing this person and what you once upon a time had with them from time to time. Now, as to whether or not you're going to decide to work things out with this person or not is concerned, that's yet to be determined. But before we see what actions you plan on taking this person's direction, let's see what actions they plan on taking your direction first. What actions will this person take? We have the King of Swords. This to me just kind of screams desperation. I feel like this person desperately wants to work things out with you. This is kind of like the energy of, I will literally do whatever it takes, Leo. Like, whatever it takes, I'll do it, okay? Like, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like this person wants to go back to being single. I don't feel like this person wants to go back to being without you, honey. I just don't feel like this person feels like they're built for the single life, okay? Like, nor do I feel like this person feels like they're built to face life without you in it. They just don't want to do this shit. They want to come back home, damn it. They want to come back home. They want to come. They don't want to fucking party anymore. They don't want to fucking go on dates. They don't want to ask people, what is your favorite color? What foods are you allergic? They don't want to fucking do that. Like, they just want to come back home. They just want to come back. At this point, dude, if you tell this human over here to jump, I'm pretty sure they're going to ask you how high. Like, that's how much they want to make this dynamic between the two of you, because they don't want to go back to being single. They don't want to go back to being single. They don't want to go back to, you know, being without you. They just don't want to fucking do it. They just don't want to do it. This person looks miserable to me, that you're not in this person's life. You know, they do look extremely miserable to me, you know? You know what I mean? Jelly bean? All right, let's jump back over to you, my friend. What actions? Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that I feel like you heard it all before. Everything that this person's telling you now, you heard it all, but I'm going to change, Leo. I promise this time I'm going to change. I swear I'm going to change this time. I feel like they're telling you something you've already heard many, many times. Many, many times before. In other words, you're not finding comfort in anything that this person is conveying to you. You're not. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. We do have the Nine of Swords. Poor thing. Poor thing. Poor thing. Yeah, the energy of desperation within their energy is definitely at an all-time high. But here's one thing that I will say that I do like. Because this person's not all talk. Maybe they used to be all talk back in the day. You know what I mean? Maybe. That's a possibility. But the fact that this person has the Eight of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles to the Two of Cups, that's kind of telling me that at this point, they kind of know that their words need to, you know, basically match up with their actions, you know? So they're going to show you through their actions that they're serious, you know, about changing. They're serious about, you know, putting in the work to make this dynamic between the two of you work. It's not all talk. It's not all talk. Maybe back in the days, you know, they were all talk, but, you know, I do see this person actually putting in the work to make the relationship in itself work. It looks like you need some time to really think about it, because let's be for real. You didn't see any of this coming. You know, as far as you're concerned, you thought, okay, like, you know, things are done and over with between me and this person. It's time to heal. It's time to move forward and move on with my life. And then boom, they just show up out of nowhere. So it kind of looks like you need some time to really think long and hard about whether or not getting back with this person is something that you want to do or not. But it kind of looks like you cannot really give this person an answer on whether or not getting back with them is something that you want to do or not. You might just tell this person like, hey, like, I need some time to really think this through. I need some time to really figure this out. Because you just don't want to make an impulsive decision and then just turn around and take them back. And you also don't want to turn around and say, nah, like, I'm done with you. Get away from me. I never want to see your face ever again. Like, you don't want to do that either. So it looks like you're going to take some time out for yourself to like really gather your thoughts and really figure out what your next move is going to be. Okay. That's what I see you essentially doing in the end. All right, Leo. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.